the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people, or are you doing this to make money, or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Right now at noon, voters sharing their frustrations about the problems at the polls. The next steps to avoid the same trouble in November. 2 more Atlanta police officers fired for a violent confrontation with 2 college students. We have reaction from both sides.
11Alive News at noon starts now.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Sheba Russell. We begin with major new developments in the fight against COVID-19 in Georgia. We're now seeing the 3rd highest number of deaths since the pandemic hit, with 77 new deaths reported on Tuesday. Georgia, one of nearly 30 states seeing coronavirus cases on the rise. Here's a look at the number of new cases each day. And check out the section in orange on the right. That highlights the past week. 5 of the last 7 days are above average. You see the dotted line right there? That marks our average and shows the curve. Now we want to see that flat or trending downward. In orange, those are the only 2 days below average, and it was the weekend right there. Keep in mind, reporting historically dips on Saturdays and Sundays. It's important to note more people are being tested. We also want to look at hospitalizations as increased testing doesn't impact this number. The data helps us confirm how COVID is still spreading in Georgia. The number of people in the hospital is going back up for only the 2nd time since May 1st. Experts tell us we're starting to see the impact of increased activity from the busy Memorial Day weekend, and we'll likely see it continue to rise as infections related to the protests could start to appear in our data. We should know more by early next week as the data lags by several days. Nationally, more than 2 million cases have now been reported in the U.S. More than 113,000 people have died across the country. New York, New Jersey, California, and Massachusetts are among the states hardest hit. Montana, Alaska, and Hawaii reporting the lowest number of COVID-19 cases. Well, there's a viral post circulating claiming face masks weaken your immune system. But is it true? Coming up in about 20 minutes, we'll verify. This is new at noon. The pace of unemployment claims ticking down for a 10th week in a row. Another 1.5 million workers impacted by the pandemic filing just last week. It is a number far lower than even Wall Street expected. The same trend happening here in Georgia. According to the Labor Department, nearly 135,000 claims were filed last week. That's around 14,000 less than the week before. It is important to note the number of job losses is still at historic highs since the pandemic began. Let's check in with meteorologist Chesley McNeil now. All right, so Chesley, I need 3 adjectives to describe today's weather because that's just how much I love it.
All right, I'm listening. Oh, you want me to?
From you?
Oh, okay,
Come on, give it to me.
Gorgeous.
Oh, okay.
Like you. Beautiful.
Oh.
Fantastic.
Oh, yes. All right.
Go ahead.
The best day of the week?
I think so. I think so, Sheba.
Okay.
Yeah, we had the cold front move through the area. We started out this morning early morning with a few raindrops. That is all gone. That cold front has pushed down to the south of us. We got drier air working in, low humidity out there. It is gorgeous, beautiful, and fantastic. Get out there, take advantage of it. How long will this last? We're going to let you know in the full forecast coming up. Back to you.
All right, Chesley. Now to Decision 2020. Thousands of voters forced to wait in long lines for hours, some for more than 4 hours in the heat and the rain during Tuesday's primary election. New calls for cooperation, solutions, and investigations, especially in Fulton County, where local Democrats say voters in mostly black communities were impacted. Right now, frustrated voters are giving the Fulton County Election Board an earful during a public virtual hearing. A meeting Morris Sirianni has been listening in.
Scenes like this playing out across Fulton County Tuesday, starting early in the morning, extending through midnight. Today, community members and elected officials alike airing out concerns following a disastrous Georgia primary.
The June 9th primary election is a primary example of systematic oppression that the people of this county still face.
The issues that were most concerning were the lack of polling booths at 7 o'clock in the morning.
Long lines, a lack of paper ballots, incorrect ballots, unsafe pandemic operations, and inoperable new voting machines, especially in South Fulton. Some also angered by changed poll locations with little to no heads up.
I received the email with the 45 polling location changes at 4:28 p.m. on Monday.
State and county investigations into Tuesday's voting mess will soon get underway. Georgia Secretary of State Brad Raffensperger quick to blame polling issues on county leaders, telling 11Alive he will now ask the state legislature to give him the power to intervene and look into failing county elections offices.
It's very clear from media reports that the Secretary of State is throwing all the counties under the bus.
It seems he was really ill prepared and that he doesn't honestly very much care or take any of the blame when it's his responsibility overall.
Many voters agree the pressure is on to get things right.
Former gubernatorial candidate Stacey Abrams with some strong words for Georgia Secretary of State following the primary meltdown.
There's a malfeasance that is permeating the entirety of our voting system, and it's exacerbated by the incompetence of the leadership that refuses to, number one, do its job, and two, doesn't seem to understand what the job is.
Abrams says what happened in the election was both malice and incompetence. She also says she believes other states, not just Georgia, are making it difficult for people to vote. She created the group Fair Fight Action back in 2018 to address voter suppression. That is the same year she lost the race for Georgia governor amid allegations of voting irregularities. Here's Matt Pearl.
So what is voter suppression? It's actually part of the U.S. Legal Code, Title 18, Section 594, to be exact. By definition, voter suppression is any effort, either legal or illegal, by way of laws, administrative rules, or tactics that prevents eligible voters from registering to vote or voting. In practice, it's enforcing voter ID laws, closing polling places in certain neighborhoods, reducing hours, or purging registrations. These tactics disproportionately impact communities of color and the elderly. The Voting Rights Act of 1965 tried to eliminate them, but in 2013, Supreme Court case Shelby County v. Holder rolled back a lot of these protections, especially in southern states. In a 5-4 decision, Chief Justice John Roberts wrote the law was based on, quote, decades-old data and eradicated practices, and that there was, quote, no longer such a disparity for communities of color. Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg famously dissented, saying that's like, quote, throwing away your umbrella in a rainstorm because you are not getting wet. Since that decision, 25 states, many in the South, have put in place new voter restrictions like ID requirements and cutbacks in early voting. Now, here we are, less than 5 months until the next national election, and questions surround how our votes will be counted.
Both U.S. Senate races in Georgia are now set for November. Jon Ossoff winning the Democratic Party primary outright. The Associated Press making that call last night. Ossoff defeated 6 Democratic challengers and will avoid a runoff in August. He gave a victory speech moments after learning about the results.
Now is the time to stand up and make a change in this country. Now is the time to stand up and make a change in this state, and we can do it together.
He'll take on Republican incumbent Senator David Perdue in the November general election. This race will get a lot of national attention over the next few months. Democrats who hope to win back the U.S. Senate, that seat will target this race as a possible flip. Georgia's other Senate race will be an all-party free-for-all in November. Senator Kelly Loeffler has challengers on both the right and the left as she tries to hang on to the seat. She was appointed by the governor to replace Senator Johnny Isakson back in December. Many people who couldn't vote on the new touchscreen machines on Tuesday were asked to fill out a provisional ballot. And if you want to check the status of that ballot, you have a couple of options here. One way is to log on to the My Voter page on the Secretary of State's website. There you can find your provisional ballot status. You can also call your local election office. 11alive.com has all of those numbers for you. Still ahead here, new details involving the tragic death of a woman trying to grab clothes from a donation bin, and that's where she was found.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you.
Welcome back. We have new details involving a woman found dead inside a clothing collection bin overnight. Atlanta police believe she was attempting to grab clothes out of this large donation bin near Henry's Midtown Tavern off 10th Street. But they believe she lost her footing and got trapped between a heavy metal door, causing her to suffocate. She was 26 years old. And a high school principal now apologizing after a racist photo was found in the yearbook. This is Collins Hill High School in Sewanee, Gwinnett County. Its yearbook showing a student with an image of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. photoshopped next to him. The student holding a notebook reading official N-word pass. The principal sending a letter to parents promising it will get to the bottom of how the offensive picture made it all the way into the printed yearbook. The school is now working with the yearbook vendor for a sticker to put over the photo that will be mailed to those who purchased it. New developments in the viral tasing of two college students violently pulled from their car near Centennial Olympic Park during the protest. Several days after that incident made national headlines. 2 more APD officers have been fired. This now makes 4 officers dismissed in connection with this confrontation. 6 have been charged. Chrissy Diaz has much more on this case.
There are 2 very different opinions here. The student's attorney says it was an obvious case of police brutality and they are happy for the quick action. But the police union says quick action is the problem because that's not how a proper investigation is supposed to be done.
What's the hurry to fire these 2 officers and for what reason? That's an administrative issue, not a criminal issue.
This is what started it all. This is the body cam footage of the arrest that most of the nation has now seen. It shows Atlanta officers tase and pull from the car 2 college students, Morehouse student Messiah Young and Spelman student Tanaya Pilgrim. Our cameras were rolling just feet away as this happened, capturing the officers deploy their tasers and then slam these students to the ground. It turns out those students weren't even part of the protest. They were just trying to drive home. The day after this happened, the mayor and police chief fired the first 2 officers, Ivory Streeter and Mark Gardner. They say that was their only choice after watching the body cam video. Armin Jones and Lonnie Hood are the latest 2 APD officers to be fired. According to the arrest warrant, Sergeant Hood is accused of tasing Messiah Young and Tania Pilgrim and then pulling her out of the car. Officer Jones is accused of pointing a gun at the driver and physically restraining him. Here's the Southeast Regional Director for the International Brotherhood of Police, Vince Champion.
Where was the investigation? If you want to get a pound of flesh, I guess, put them on administrative leave without pay. They have that ability.
Champion believes the officers were fired too quickly because of the current climate and all of the protests. It is also important to note there are now 6 officers total, including the 4 who have now been fired, that are facing criminal charges connected to this arrest.
Christy, thank you. Pushing for criminal justice reform, Georgia Democratic lawmakers expected to unveil a plan today aimed at keeping Georgians safe. This is happening during a virtual press conference this afternoon. The agenda, called Georgia Democrats Justice for All, was formed following the fatal shooting of Ahmaud Arbery, gunned down in Brunswick back in February while jogging. The unveiling comes just days before the legislative session starts back up on Monday. Still ahead at noon, the local city ramping up its police response plan with some big changes.
cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear.
NASCAR officially banning the Confederate flag from all of its events, saying the flag goes against the sport's welcoming and inclusive environment. Over the weekend in Atlanta, NASCAR committed to change, and this is a big first step. The only black driver in NASCAR's Cup Series, Bubba Wallace, debuting his Black Lives Matter number 43 car last night. And now to an exclusive story you'll see only on 11Alive. Calls for communities to reform their police departments growing louder by the day. Leaders in Atlanta and DeKalb are even commenting on the idea. And as investigator Faith Abube explains, now Athens-Clarke County is joining the conversation.
Put the knife down! Put the knife down, please! No, 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 no!
This July 1st shooting was one of 5 deadly police shootings in Athens-Clarke County in 2019.
I'm telling you to stop right now. Put it down. Put it down. Put it down. We just want to talk to you. Show me your hand.
Investigations by the police department, the GBI, and the county DA concluded, while tragic and truly unfortunate, the taking of lives by officers in these circumstances were justified.
Community resources.
But Athens-Clarke County Commissioner Mariah Parker says they also could have possibly been prevented.
Serious reforms are necessary.
Commissioner Parker has put together a 4-page proposal to do just that, and the measure could be put up for a vote as soon as next Tuesday, June 16th. It would be part of the 2021 Athens-Clarke County budget amendment.
There's a variety of community response that we can implement in order to take the burden off our police department and ensure that people experiencing crisis get the help that they need.
The plan includes decreasing the Athens-Clarke County police force by 50% over the next 10 years, deauthorizing hiring for current vacant officer positions, and redirecting that money for mental health and social services instead.
I've actually been really inspired by the outpouring of support that has come from the communities thus far. We've gotten hundreds of emails from constituents in support of this plan.
Among the supporters, another commissioner, Tim Denson, who has also signed on to the plan. But Parker might still face some opposition, including the Athens-Clarke County Police Chief, Cleveland Spruill.
That's just a shotgun approach to looking at how to do something. If we're going to think about decreasing the police department, we need to look at what our challenges are, what our needs are, and be thoughtful about what percentage, if any, needs to be reduced and then do it based off of that, not just say we're going to chop everything in half.
Sproul says he agrees with parts of Parker's proposal, but cutting funding to the police department to address other issues isn't the answer.
And I understand that some political education is still necessary to get everybody on board. A lot of folks have questions about, what happens if your house gets broken into and there's someone with a knife? And that's why we're calling for a 50% reduction and not complete disbandment as the Minneapolis City Council is.
Parker, who lost her aunt in 2018 to a murder by her own cousin, says police were instrumental in bringing justice. But perhaps that tragedy, too, could have been prevented had public safety been reimagined.
I want to let people know how important it is to take the burden off policing for addressing the wide variety of community crises we do experience. And so I understand that the bold proposal that I am putting forward might shock those who are inculcated with the police logic of how necessary their services are. And so I'm willing to sit down and have those conversations.
I'm certainly willing to do that, sit down with her and anybody and talk about that issue. I think it's something that's necessary.
And the ACLU is urging the commissioners in Athens-Clarke County to pass this proposal, but we'll find out on Monday night whether they have the internal support they need to pass that on Tuesday.
So Mayor Bottoms also mentioned she's concerned taking it as far as cutting officer pay could force them to get a second or third job, which could ultimately hurt community policing efforts. You can watch Faith's entire 25-minute interview with the police chief on 11alive.com. All right, let's send it on back to Chesley.
All right, thanks a lot. Still looking at a beautiful day out there. It looks gorgeous, in fact. You can see this is 75 there at the bottom. You're looking further into downtown Buckhead right there. We're looking beautiful. We got plenty of sunshine on the outside and temperatures starting to warm up just a little bit, but it feels nice. Feels nice. 78 degrees right now. Look at that dew point going down just a little bit. Northwest flow coming in. We're at 10 miles per hour with winds out of the north-northwest, and we'll continue to see that as we head into the afternoon. Gusts maybe a little bit higher at times. Other than that, radar confirms it. We're nice and clear. Had some rain earlier as that front pushed through the area, but that's it. Now the front is moving a little bit further down to the south, but it will stall. And ahead of that front, of course, temperatures will be on the higher side and moisture will still be around. Some of that could move back into the forecast area for tomorrow. Not the rain, but just maybe a few clouds. Temperatures in the 70s where it's nice. You got 77 degrees right now in Canton, 76 in Marietta, 74 degrees over in Carrollton, 78 in Atlanta, 86. I'm getting up there closer to 90 in Edenton right now, 87 degrees over toward Athens, where some of that humidity is still around for this afternoon. Now the front itself is a little bit further down to the south of us, but stalling. And will become stationary and start to bend a little bit further back to the north. So we'll be watching that. And then that high pressure is building in. You see, again, the northerly flow around that area of high pressure. We have a clockwise flow around an area of high pressure. And so that's what we're experiencing for this afternoon. It's going to be nice out there. So whatever your plans are, I think you'll be fine if you're going to be doing anything outside. Remember to practice your social distancing. Be safe, of course. May I suggest dinner on the patio? That'll be nice. We're also watching the tropics as well. Here's the Lesser Antilles. You can see this a little area of thunderstorms here. The Hurricane Center right now giving it a very, very, very low chance over the next couple of days for it to become a tropical system. About a 10% chance for now, but it's something at least that we're going to be watching for over the next couple of days, as it could be moving into some favorable waters to begin to amp up just a little bit. So we'll keep an eye on that for you. Just something to watch for. It's going to be a decent weekend for us. And here's how it all plays out for us in the forecast track model. You can follow along with the time right there at the top of the screen. Shows that front, again, stalling down here to the south. And so you can see some of that moisture hanging on. By tomorrow morning, we may have a few clouds over us. We'll call it partly sunny skies, really for the early part of the day. Later, that clears out. Get the sunshine back in here for Saturday. Looking good. Got another weak front that's going to push through the area. Won't bring us the rain, not much in the way of clouds, but we'll reinforce that drier air. So we go from 87 degrees on Saturday to 85 on Sunday. Either way, looking beautiful. We'll continue that trend as we head into next week with a very low chance for some rain coming back to us by Monday.
All right, we'll take it. A viral post claiming wearing face masks does more harm than good because they ultimately weaken your immune system. But is it true? Our Verify team checks it out.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
In times of great uncertainty, some things become more clear. The things we take for granted, the people we depend on daily. Here at 11Alive, we'd like to say thank you. First responders, medical staff, sanitation workers, truck drivers, postal workers, and every brave Georgian doing their part to make a difference. We see you, we hear you, and we appreciate all that you do.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact.
More CVS locations in the metro offering COVID-19 testing. The pharmacy giant expanding at 29 additional sites across the state beginning tomorrow. CVS already has 46 locations offering testing in Georgia. At the new sites, you'll administer the COVID-19 test yourself. It is the self-swab test. You must register in advance and stay in your car for the test. Results will be ready within 3 days. There are a lot of coronavirus rumors circulating out there on social media. One viral post claims wearing masks can weaken your immune system. But is it true? Our Verify team is fact-checking the claim.
The goal of the Verify team is to separate fact from fiction, and there's a lot of misinformation to avoid when it comes to the coronavirus, including claims like this, shared thousands of times, saying wearing a mask will weaken your immune system and lead you to getting sick. So let's verify, does wearing a mask weaken your immune system? Our top sources are the CDC, the Mayo Clinic, and Dr. Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases. We know one of the main reasons the CDC has recommended everyone wear masks is because of asymptomatic cases. Even if you don't think you're sick and aren't showing symptoms, health experts say wearing a mask is an important tool against COVID-19.
Importantly, I think what people don't fully appreciate is that putting a mask on yourself is more to prevent you from infecting someone else. And if everybody does that, we're each protecting each other.
After initially saying only healthcare workers and those who are sick should wear masks, the CDC revised their guidelines, saying they should be worn in community settings while also staying 6 feet apart from others. The Mayo Clinic also advises similarly, saying routinely washing your hands, avoid touching your face, and properly maintain whatever mask you're wearing. Neither mentions anything about a reduced ability to fight other infection. Those supporting this claim say because the mask keeps you from being exposed to things like bacteria, that will weaken your immune system. But experts say, remember, that bacteria comes from food, water, and our environment everywhere. Millions of microbes will still get into our systems one way or the other, meaning our immune systems are constantly operating with or without a mask. So we can verify, no, research does not support the idea that wearing a mask will weaken your immune system and make you more vulnerable to the coronavirus.
There you have it. So mask up. Do you have something you want us to verify? Just send us an email at verify@11alive.com. Thank you so much for watching 11Alive News at noon. I'm Sheba Russell. Stay safe.
Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more. Subscribe to 11Alive today.
Let's start with a viral message going around. Quote, vast majority of people who died had ibuprofen Advil in their system. This message is fake.
We just bought 20 dust masks for $97.
Are you doing this to help people or are you doing this to make money or both?
Both. Take this email sent to the Verify team. Is it safe to have your house cleaned by outside workers? The best practice is to limit guests to emergencies only.
We know things are changing every day, but we're here with you. Continuous COVID-19 coverage during prime time. We're committed to giving you facts, not fear. On 11Alive News Primetime, weeknights from 8 to 11 on WATF.
There are everyday actions to help prevent the spread of respiratory diseases. Wash your hands. Avoid close contact with people who are sick. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Stay home when you are sick. Cover your cough or sneeze. Clean and disinfect frequently touched objects with household cleaning spray. For more information, visit cdc.gov/COVID-19. This message brought to you by the National Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Today at noon on 11Alive.
We are seeing that lack of smell or altered taste can be a symptom.
We answer your coronavirus-related medical questions. Because 11Alive is where Atlanta speaks.
Televised newscasts not enough for you? Get even more at 11Alive's YouTube channel, where you'll find uncut interviews, extended body cam footage, live streams of Atlanta's biggest trials, and more.